Extraordinary People podcast. Just finished training. I'm here with Oetse. How are you, brother?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
It was a good training, I think. We were both sweating.
Yeah, it was. It was tough.
So we'll hopefully snip in some really good shots that this guy's been doing. He's like Scyther from Pokemon. Did you ever watch Pokemon?
No, I haven't. I know Pokemons are cool though.
Yeah, no, you should look him up. He's pretty strong. So anyways, Oetse, just to let the camera know who you are, what you do. Obviously, I've just introduced the fact that we know each other from kickboxing, but yeah, who is Oetse?
So, I'm Oetse. I'm from here, actually, from the Netherlands. I just finished my master's in applied ethics. It's a philosophy specialization. And before that, I did my bachelor's in artificial intelligence. So my master's actually focused a lot of the ethics of technology, how technology works in our lives, how we use it, how we shouldn't use it. Yeah, a lot of fun actually.
So is it ethical? I mean, I've just pointed a camera in your face. Are you okay?
I did say yes, so I think it's okay.
I'm glad to hear it. No, that's a very interesting journey. So you started off, as you said, first with AI, and then you went on to the ethics side of it.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And so what inspires a young man to kind of think about getting into AI, for example? Because I know it's a buzzword now, but maybe 5 years ago, I don't know if it was as hot a topic as it is at the moment.
Well, actually, it was getting very popular, so there were a lot of people in my year. And what got me into it was the fact that there wasn't much, many people knew about it. Especially what it actually meant. So they said, oh, AI in the big movies, it's scary, it's a big threat. And I thought like, okay, what's happening? I should know about this. And if it's really gonna be scary, maybe I should be the one who's pushing the buttons because I trust myself more than some other people who are really focused on money. So that's why I chose it actually, and now I'm here.
So yeah, I mean, what are some of the inspirations? Like, did you watch films? Were there series? I mean, was it classroom conversation?
Well, I watched a lot of films, so and AI started to come up in films. But then I also read the book from Yuval Harari, Homo Deus, and he's a historian, and he actually made a book about what he thought the future was going to be like and what people would become if technology would evolve the way it's evolving right now, and that actually really inspired me to think about it more thoroughly, because he's really warning us, saying like, okay, this is going to change the way we live, the way we feel, the way we think, and it's not just going to be some sort of gimmick. It's really, he says we're on the edge of some new time, like the human god is here. So I thought, okay, this guy, okay, maybe I should listen to him. I'm gonna study it.
And do you think that technology could ever get to a point where, like, I know I've been watching the Terminator series on Netflix, very good. So like self-aware, that kind of thing. Do you buy into that idea?
No, not really. I don't. Yeah, it's when, I mean, I've had classes about it, so then you start to hear different perspectives and different views, and I never really know which one to like go for or choose. I just think it's interesting to think about, because when you start to think about the awareness of machines, you're going to think about your own awareness, and I like it more in that way, like thinking about inanimate stuff. Makes you really think, okay, what makes me special, and then it's just more like food for thought for me.
This is fascinating, and I remember earlier we were having a conversation as well about like how, in a way, you've also, I mean, because I had an interview recently with someone in the GIS sector, and this idea is that maybe if a machine can do what you can do, are you still kind of required? And do you ever feel, when you read more into this stuff, that could, it's like a buzzword and it's a buzz phrase, right, that people will be put out of jobs? What's your take on that?
I think we should take it seriously, and also the thing that it triggers is your own the reason why you're alive, or your purpose in life. So again, it's a food for thought. So maybe you're really practicing this one specific thing, and then you also hear about machines doing that, and then maybe you can think, oh, is this what I should be doing? Should I put my effort in this, or should I put my effort in other stuff?
Yeah.
And actually, a fun thing, I also read a book about the industrialization in the 1800s. Like they had the same fight with the people, the weavers, I think you call them, making like the textile industry.
Yeah.
And I think we can learn from that, because a lot of people, they didn't fight like the fact that there were machines taking their jobs, but they were fighting the fact that business people were using the machines to wipe them away.
Yeah.
Like they didn't take the people seriously anymore, and that's when poverty came, children labor. So it's the way we use the machines and the people in power. We should talk to them, not to the machines.
But I really like this because you're obviously focusing on the human aspect of it, and I guess we can all relate to that in this series again. The machine, when it becomes self-aware, it actually says that apparently the word robot means slave, or comes from the root word slave in Russian, I think, or something like that. Siberian language, I'm not sure. But anyway, so this idea, you're focusing more on how it affects the people, which makes sense. I think, how do you go about this whole stuff ethically? Because I mean, do we need to be ethical to machines? Do we need to be ethical to ourselves? For example, obviously people using smartphones left, right and center. Yeah, talk to me a little bit about ethics. How do you come from a governmental perspective or from a societal perspective, especially in a place where we don't have, I don't think, it's a secular society, so there's not like one, like way of life, so to speak.
Yeah, for me the ethics aspect is really what you say. It's like the way you live and the choices you make. And with regards to technology, I think the thing I like most is to focus first what you want in life, how do you want to treat the people around you, and how do you actually want your society to be. And then you start to think about, okay, how can machines help us in that way? So sometimes people say like, oh, this new AI, it's so efficient. I can do my job in 10 minutes. And then I think you should ask another question, and you think like, efficient for what? Like, okay, you can do your job in 10 minutes. Maybe you get paid by hour, so you don't get paid. You get paid 1/6 of your hourly. So when you say efficient. Efficient for what? And I think for me, it turned my eyes a bit open. Like, okay, efficient for being together, having more fun, but then don't be efficient in your work so you can spend more hours on Instagram or more hours watching YouTube. Yeah.
Which is unfortunately what we're contributing to. No, but I mean, but I think the interesting thing is, as you mentioned though, that it's about the experience, right? Because sometimes I often think about it too, like you can go and buy a handcrafted wooden table, for example, but you could get the same thing from IKEA, from our cameraman's being attacked by a bee. So that's what I'm trying to get my head around is, when do we decide what is right and what is wrong, and do we go for the cheaper option, and do we pay for vintage?
Yeah, I think it's maybe more of an I question. So what do you think? Is it worth more to have a like handcrafted table or a table from IKEA? Maybe you care very much about the environment, and maybe it's not about the time spent but the wood used. So I think it's something people should consider themselves, and maybe talk to your friends, family, people you don't know. It's also very interesting to see different perspectives. So for me, I don't think there's a one way. There is multiple ways. Only the thing is, it might be better to have have thought about it instead of just following the rest. So you can argue for the things you do instead of thinking, yeah, it's just normal. I mean, nothing is normal. It's when you say something is normal.
So as I understand it, you're currently looking for a job now. What is that process like? I mean, because I understand it's an ethicist you're going to be, right?
Yeah.
And so an ethicist, in simple terms, is a person who, do you tell people right from wrong, or?
No, yeah, I tell people to, I think to question the things they do. So it's more, I know how maybe Kant or Aristotle, how people in the past thought about right and wrong, and I can give you different views and maybe discuss with you. So this guy says this is right, this guy says that is right. What do you think? Where do you stand in the middle or right, left? I'm more of I can analyze the problem, pick like the core of it, and then discuss it.